I don't know anything about that Pokemon Emerald shit. Anyway. So here's a guy who's mad at... It's a grown man that is mad at Arthur, the kid show, you know, fist meme. And for some reason, and I don't know why, he's got like 4 million clocks. It's actually 8. That's a little less than 4 million. He's got a bunch of clocks. And he's like taped like, oh, it's Los Angeles. He's like taped the names. I don't know what he thinks. He bought 4 clocks from Walmart. And then he put watch batteries in them, and then he printed out like labels. It's really weird. I just don't like. Look at this. I don't really understand the aesthetic choice here. Should I get clocks, chat? I know Undoomed was successful because he has burning frames, but should I get clocks too? I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna watch this guy mauled about PBS stuff.
I didn't want to make this. I really didn't want to make this. Then I was on Anthony Brian Logain's video. He gave a commentary to it, and I just had to make it.
Had to.
Now, this is the kids' cartoon show from PBS.
Is this guy on Xbox Live? Did he record this on Xbox Live? He sounds terrible. His name is Lord of Patriarchy. There's nothing cringier than this fucking guy. Hold on, I need to check out more of his information. Lord of Patriarchy. Dr. Gamble with 100 biddies. He thinks he works in a post office, but Trump said the post office is a joke. Checkmate, Arthur. I've seen click walls only at hotels near airports before. I don't know. I don't care about your Lord of Patriarchy promo, but here's this guy's face if you're having a hard time visualizing him in the bottom corner of the screen there. Antipodian Squid. I stepped up for a while. So I missed a bit, but I just found out I have funds for top surgery coming in. Can I please have Pride Copy? Hey, can we get some Pride Copies for Antipodian Squid for top surgery? I don't know if you're getting or removing tatas, but it's dope. Whatever you got going on, I don't know how it's working, but whatever you want, I hope it works out. And I hope they're the best. I hope they're the biggest bazongas or the flattest bazongas. Whichever way you want to go, I hope that's how it is. Just take it easy during the smallest bazonga. You want tiny bazongas? There we go. Get yourself some dude nippies. I got some dude nippies. Here they are. I don't know why I'm playing with them, but here they are. That's what happens. Anyway, congrats. That's obviously very dope. All right, so here's this guy. He's the Lord of the Patriarchy. I mean, he just... Who the hell? Cuties. He just reacted... Wow, this guy is not... He does smoking rants. Smoking rants why movies will continue to suck. So he just sits there and... Wow, that's a fucking lot of sound that just happened. He just... All right, here's the thing. Here's the thing that is happening here. We're not going to watch this video. I just wanted to... This individual, okay? This fucking Chad here, there's some sort of confidence that I don't have. He has more confidence than me. There's just no way. There's just no way. Yes, Krista Willow. That is a thing. Yes. I don't understand. Why is he more confident than me? Okay. Anyway. Let's continue on. Those are his pants. Yes.
Arthur. Now, Arthur is, I think, about 40 years old. Because when I was a little boy, I think the first Arthur book was published, and it was about Arthur needing to get his trademark glasses and how it wasn't a big deal if he had glasses or not.
Okay.
But now, apparently, Arthur, which is a cartoon show aimed for kids roughly between the ages of 3 and 7...
Yeah.
They're going to talk about racism.
And that... Did this guy miss X-Men? Did he, like, totally, like... You just miss it? Huh. Okay. Okay.
Why do kids need to know this? That young? Like 9, 10, okay, they can get the concept of racism, but that young, they oh, God.
What? Okay, as a former education professional, okay, well, aspiring education professional, let me tell you, kids, when they're about 5 years old, even 3 years old, they notice other people are different. Mommy, why does that person have dark skin and I have light skin? Because, and kids recognize it in themselves too. As some of you may know, I have a fake family that I hide from you. In fact, actually, I dated someone that had kids once. Why is his face cam in the lower corner if he's not even going to put anything on? I don't know. I have no. Maybe he's going to write. He's going to watch a video or something, I guess. Yeah, there's going to be videos there. One of the kids of the three, they're all from the same father, not me. One of the kids was just a little bit more tan than the other two, because their father, I think, has Hispanic descent or something. It makes his skin a little bit tanner. He's not even a brown guy. He's a tan guy. Anyway, so the kid was tanner than his sisters, who are very fair skinned, and he discovered that he was different. And he goes, "Why is my skin dark?" Especially in the place that I was living at the time, very white place. So he felt othered by people. He felt different. And he noticed that by himself. Just a kid, and he was fucking 5 years old. 5. And he had the mental capacity, and I've seen this in classes before too, mental capacity to be like, I am this, they are that, I am different, why? That was like kind of a song for some reason. But like, it was very interesting. And then this happens later. Like, yeah, people are going to learn about race. And then they ask questions like, okay, so why are people different? When you go, well, they have different, some people just look different. And they're not any better or worse because of that and blah, blah, blah. Especially because a lot of people grow up with like fucking racists in there. So it's very, very important from an early age to learn, hey, everyone's just a person. It's totally fine. It doesn't matter what you look like. I mean, that's it. That's the whole thing. And it is very important for young kids.
And also, it's Arthur. It's a bunch of talking animals. There aren't different races of animals.
What does he think like a collie and like a pug are? A black cat and a ginger cat, yeah.
There's different species, but there's not different races.
Yeah, there's definitely different races.
A white
Races, by the way, mostly a social construct, but obviously there are physical characteristics that we tie to race. However, of course, it doesn't mean you are the thing if you resemble that. So, especially as people interbreed and stuff, the world gets smaller and smaller due to travel and things like that. It's great.
Bunny doesn't think any one thing one way or the other when it looks at a brown
cracking open a
bunny,
natty ice.
Except I want to fuck it. Anyway, let's get to the mockery.
And now, a message from...
Let's get to the mockery. This guy's a fucking cringe. Look. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. And one of the things I really appreciate about doing these streams is that I can be a fucking corn mascot and be the least cringy thing on screen 100% of the time. 100% of the time, I am the least cringy visual aspect of the stream. I have never once dominated the cringe. Never once. Isn't that wild? I'm the only thing on screen right now. And Evotion is still in chat. I win. Sorry, Evotion. I love you, buddy. As a kid, being Mexican and indigenous, I learned hella young about racism. It's important to address this stuff with kids, and using animals to illustrate the differences is useful. I totally agree.
From Arthur.
gotta call Buster.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Highly professional here on the...
Could edit. Could edit. Antipode and Squid, good boy bits for Evotion. Evotion will see literally 0 of those dollars. Although, if Evotion and his husband come to Pride next year, so assuming we can, I'll buy you a drink.
There we go. Highly professional here. Got to turn it up the volume.
From Arthur.
I gotta call Buster. Hey,
Yeah, that'll do something.
What? Grand Rapids, Michigan. What do you mean that'll do? What is that? What? Yeah, that'll do something. What? What was that commentary? What was it for? Yeah, what? Why? I better call Buster. Okay. So I don't. Okay.
Arthur. Hey, Buster. Did you see that video? Yeah.
This guy's gonna lose his shit when he finds out that Dr. Seuss wrote a book about racism. Oh man, the Star Bellies? I had that one.
I just watched it. It was awful. I can't.
Why are kids this young watching videos of racial injustice? Also, what happened in the video? I'm not gonna go look for the entire episode. Is this commenting on George Floyd or Emmett Till?
Does he think that, like, when things happen, kids don't see it? Like, if the entire country is talking about the death of a man, do you think the kids are going to be able to avoid it? What? What does this guy think kids are like? Okay.
Believe someone would be hurt like that just because they're black. Racism is so unfair.
You're anthropomorphic animals. And yes, sometimes, every so often, you will find out a situation where a group of white people hurt a person just because they were black.
That's the point. Why? Who sent me this? Who sent me this? This is like beating up a piñata. He's just a large sugar-filled vessel that I'm just gonna beat up for 12 and a half minutes. Why would you send him to me? He doesn't deserve this. Oh, he does. But he's just trash. My spawn is 4. She knows the ins and outs of coronavirus. She understands racism. We're currently going through sexism because no girl things and boy things don't really exist. Kids are not dumb. This guy is. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Kids totally understand that.
But I'd say for the last 70 or 80 odd years, it hasn't been that big of a deal.
$80 ago was 1940. 28 years. Wait, 22 years before the fucking, or 28 years before the fucking Civil Rights Act. Okay. A generation and a half before the fucking Civil Rights Act. No big deal. What? He doesn't have a brain. Ah!
It's extremely rare. Normally, the person that hurts a black person...
Are you fucking kidding me? It's extremely rare. What? Oh, God. I mean, 100 years ago, the Tulsa Race Massacre happened. Maybe he's like, well, after that, it was fine. They got firebombed and they got out of their system.
Is also black. If it's any consolation, normally if a white person gets hurt, it's usually by a white person.
No one should ever judge someone by the color of their skin. But how could it
Oh, really? Oh, God, yes.
happen?
What? This video has sub 100 views, right? It has 1,100. Probably most of it's us. He has 64 likes. I can't imagine. I think it's like, yeah.
Here, in Elwood City, right outside the Sugar Bowl.
I don't know. Apparently Elwood City is a secret meeting place of the Klan.
Buster, it happens everywhere. I was talking to Mrs. Mc...
No, it doesn't. The problem is the activists that run this show find racism in boxes of children's cereal, like Corn Pops. Everybody remember that controversy a few years ago? Yeah, a bunch of these activist idiots said it was the cereal was racist. Why? Because a slightly darker shade of yellow, Corn Pop, which was probably a printing mistake, was the janitor. And they construed this to mean racism. Okay, if you're going to teach kids about racism, there's another important lesson you have to learn.
Which is?
Great.
Oh, nothing. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Okay. Someone gets his news from 9gag? Jesus Christ. Dude, this guy has like a rudimentary understanding of what racism is. He thinks that we think racism is Corn Pops. They're talking about fucking violence, not Corn Pops.
The other day, she said there's a really long history of black people not being treated
This guy's gotta
fairly
have
in
his
this
pops.
country.
It has to stop.
It did!
It didn't. It didn't stop. Why does he do this? I think he doesn't really have a good personality, clearly. So he does this thing where he goes, da. He has to like really hard enunciate shit so that it comes across like he's being assertive. I feel like he read a self-help book and it was literally titled How to Be Assertive. And then he was like doing those, he's like performing assertiveness. Does that make sense? Instead of just being right and like casually, you know what I mean? Like how we are here, where it's just like, yeah, no, you're stupid. You just have a little confidence in it. It's like fake. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange. It's a very, very, very strange personality. Bet you $20 he has 12 rules somewhere in his house. It's probably on the shelf right here.
In the 60s!
Wait, you said the 60s? That's 20 years later than you said it existed. We beat racism in the 60s. Am I going to have to destroy this guy too?
We have to do something.
Yeah.
I would love to destroy this guy.
What are you gonna do?
Teach children about systemic racism so that they stop doing the thing.
Outside of tell whoever your artist is to finish the lines around your face?
That's not the art style. Telling the artist to finish the lines around, that's not what? Mr. Excremento, thanks for following, I think. How to Offend Family and Alienate People, the long-awaited sequel to How to Win Friends and Influence People. True.
But what can we do? I mean, I'm
Hi,
8.
Gearbox.
I can't even fry an egg on my own.
I don't know. Maybe Mrs. McGrady can give us some ideas. Hold on.
Why are you stalking me, boys?
Hello, boys. I'm so glad you reached out to me. Yes, I saw the video too.
So is she supposed to be the old wise black lady in this?
And let me tell you, it made my blood boil.
Me too.
It also made me scared.
Okay. Oh, this is infuriating.
This is infuriating. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty infuriated. I can't let that go. I cannot let that go.
It also made me scared.
Okay.
Can't let it go. Oops. Shit. Fuck. No. No.
So made me scared.
Okay. Oh, this is infuriating. But let's just push on before I explode.
It's just Jeremy. It's just Jeremy.
I mean, this happened in our neighborhood.
It is scary, Buster. But you should know that a lot of grown-ups are fighting racism and working hard to keep us all safe.
Yeah, and burning down the city didn't take to do it.
Burning down the city didn't take to do it. Burning down the city didn't take to do it. Burning down the city didn't take to do it. What? What's this guy saying? Has he considered making more than one, pass? I know I do this live, and I am very good at talking, and I have never screwed up anything ever, and I am infallible. Nobody clip anything that I've ever done that's bad because you can't find it. You can't find them. That sounded like the most unsatisfying climax you ever had. Critical Canadian, thanks for getting one to Icy Hollow Dragon. Yeah. No. It's not lies. What are you talking about? I have always been immaculate. What if I talked deeply from within the cornhole, chat? What if I was in here the whole time? I don't have enough. I'm going to talk deeply from within the cornhole from now on, okay? This is what you guys have earned. The corn shelter. I wish it will stay there. Okay. Oh, it's collapsing. All right. It's not really working. It's not really working. We have to burrow towards the cornhole. It starts to look more lewd than corn, but not much different. The corn coon? That sounds not as non-sexual as I thought it would be.
Why does this keep happening, Mrs. McGrady?
Well, racism is like a disease. If you don't treat it, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, except just one problem, Mrs. McGrady.
What's the problem?
The racism can go the other way, too. Racism just doesn't affect black people, you idiot.
All right, I'm going to be serious for just a second because I think we have to talk about this. We talk about it a lot here, but we'll talk about it again. Fuck it. There is a difference between racism and prejudice. People have been prejudiced to me many times for varieties of reasons. It doesn't matter, right? Definitely one of them has absolutely been being white. I used to play basketball out here, and people would be like, he can't play, he's a white kid, and then I would destroy them with my superior skills. And that's actually what happened. I was a pretty good basketball player, and then I got hurt and fat. And now I'm terrible, and their prejudice would be correct. However, that wasn't racism. Racism has much deeper systemic things with power structures and like long running tropes and it's just so much different. It's so different. This man would really be offended if he got called a cracker. I mean, and yeah, that's a prejudicial term, but who cares? Like, it's not the same. There's no systemic stank to it. We didn't have chattel slavery. We didn't mistreat people. We've never been in the position where we are the minority and have been stripped of rights. Like, it happens to Mexican people. It happens to Asian people. It happens to other Latin people, non-Mexicans. It happens to fucking black people from all over the place, whether they're African or African-American or descendants of slaves or otherwise. It happens. It very much so happens to First Nations peoples. All indigenous people fucking face that kind of shit from colonizers. Like, same in Canada and Australia and everywhere else. Indian people have experienced this at the hands of the British, specifically the Vietnamese people at the French. Like this happens all over the place, and Algerian people in the French. Like, there's systemic racism, there's racism, and then there's prejudice. If this guy thinks he's experienced racism, he's wrong. He's probably experienced prejudice. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's a toxic aspect of society. We shouldn't base our assumptions on someone's moral fortitude, character, ideas, worth in general on immutable facts about them, right? This guy being white doesn't mean he's wrong. However, being white, like we are, brother, being white, we have obviously different lived experiences than those that are not white. And ours lived experiences are going to include, in a place like the United States, more positive interactions due to our race, or fewer negative interactions. I mean, it's just the case. It's just the case. You can't really argue it. It's how it is. So again, while prejudice isn't correct, it isn't ethical, it isn't the way that people should be treated. It is a way people are treated, and it isn't racism. It is distinctly different from that event.
Wait, if racism...
How about just stop? How about the fact that this video is racist by telling small black children that might be watching this that no matter what you do, you're a victim. Don't bother trying because racism will come for you.
That's not what this said at all. And the soft bigotry of low expectations doesn't apply when there's no expectations being placed on anybody at all. You're just so stupid.
Racism is a disease. Can I get it? Buster,
It's a
don't
literal. Is he
worry.
drinking a literal Coors Light right now? Oh my God, chat. The guy is drinking a Coors Light. Oh my fucking God, dude. I can't. Look at him.
Racism is a disease.
Wow.
Can I get it?
Buster, don't worry. This isn't about you.
I can't fucking deal with people like this.
Actually, it is. It's about all of us. It's not enough to just say, I'm not racist. It's not my problem.
That's pretty much all that's required.
No, that isn't all that is required. It isn't. If you just go, I'm not racist, 1350. Like, you can't just say the thing. You can't just go, I'm not racist. What you need to do as a white person in the United States, it would very much behoove you to create a better community for all involved. Is, say, for instance, if you hear someone say racist shit, you go, hey, buddy, that's not cool, instead of tagging along and making fun along with. If you hear somebody say even prejudicial things that might not be racist, like, wouldn't you call them out? If you heard a black buddy go, all white people are fucking slave owners, like, wouldn't you just be like, that's not fucking fair? I mean, if you're willing to do that, I think it's probably good to be like, all black people are criminals, and go like, hey, buddy, that's not fucking true. That's not true, obviously. Like, have some fucking nuance, bro. Like, come on.
We have to actively fight against racism.
Yes.
As my friend John Lewis once said, if you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something about it.
So,
Okay.
I'd say ethical obligation to do it, not a moral one, but, you know.
I'm going to explode here in a minute.
what can we do?
Do you disagree with that? He didn't offer a counter to that. Does he disagree with the ethical obligation?
Well, one of the most important things is what you're doing right now.
Okay.
Eating carrot sticks?
I mean, talking about it. Talk about racism with your friends, your parents,
Yeah, bore them to tears with this.
teachers.
Bore them to what? Having a dialogue about racism isn't boring at all. What are you talking about? You literally make a video about it. You literally thought this was so not boring that you should make a video. You fool. Supreme Pizza, thanks for following. Not a big fan of Supreme Pizza. More of a simple pizza guy. But I respect you.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. We all have a lot to learn about this issue. Also, listen. Listen to people who have experienced racism firsthand. Imagine what it would be like if it happened
Why is he upset?
to you or someone you love. And finally, act. When you see or hear of someone
As an Italian, your opinion... Remind me the devotion said this wrong thing about pizza, okay?
being treated unfairly, stand up for them. Say something. It might be scary, but I guarantee you it's better for everyone. And it's the right
Why is he
thing to
mad?
do.
Why is he doing this?
Okay, I can't. Okay, if you want to bring this issue up to kids, here's another issue you can do.
Okay, he's being very yelly.
It's called Tell Them to Look for Evidence.
Okay, evidence of racism.
You can't just sit there and say that if somebody says something racist happened to them, like the clerk at Starbucks was racist to them. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to need a little bit of evidence to back up the claim.
Okay, so there's this misunderstanding between what anecdotes actually are. Okay, so it's like a non-useful anecdote is something akin to, like, I think that, like, I went to Starbucks, they got my order wrong, they were racist toward me, right? That's not a useful anecdote. A useful anecdote would be, across the board, for a collection of decades, black people have reported that they experience incredibly negative reactions to their race by police officers. We have statistics to back up incarcerations, trial information, sentencing, the types of crimes that these people get called for, right? We have, like, statistics to show that they are over-policing black areas. We have statistics to show that they over-sentence black people. We have statistics to show that there are, in fact, racist systems within policing. But it started with anecdotes. Collective anecdotes can be useful. Collective anecdotes can be, you're not gonna hinge your entire shit on there, right? But you're going to start at a story of the collective anecdote. There's no statistic to show how, for instance, the riot police treat protesters. Not statistics, right? But we can look at this, look at video evidence, and then conglomerate. This is how historians work. You look at people's anecdotes, literally anecdotes, whether it's from diaries, especially in the past. This is how I'm a historian historian in training for my degree. I have a degree. I never got my master's though. So I'm not technically a historian. But while I was trying to be one, this is what you look for. You look for, literally, anecdotes to decide what was probably true about history, especially the further back you go. You have to go to tax records. You have to go to census. You have to go to personal diaries and try to get the idea. Published works. You're never going to know how Ben Franklin really was. But he did have a biography, which was obviously editorialized and from his own perspective. You have other people's takes on him. You have published works. You have public records. And you can kind of get the bulk of who Ben Franklin was. What don't I know about? I don't know his favorite color. I don't know what he smelled like. I don't know a lot of facts about him. I don't know his favorite food necessarily. I don't know what he thought about at night. I don't know lots of different shit. You're never going to know 100% about shit. But we could take anecdotes from everybody, including his own source, and we can conglomerate all of them together and synthesize what we think is true. We literally use anecdotes all the time to decide things. All the time. Ben Franklin did fuck ladies in the night. True. The example in Arthur literally had evidence, though. They were discussing a video of people being racist in their town, so they had evidence of the thing they're discussing, and he's mad about them discussing the thing. Yes. Yes. Fact. Tasha! The plural of anecdote isn't data, but anecdotes taken analytically can help create data. Yes, exactly. Pizza Doggo, thanks for the prime, my dude. Appreciate it. Ben Franklin stank of wet-ass P-word. He probably did. He fucked a lot. He fucked, okay? Big fan of the fuck. Seriously, I appreciate that prime. If you also have prime and you haven't used it yet, consider grabbing a corn with it. We have really great emotes. We got 4 new ones tonight. We got 4 new ones tonight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boop. We got the actual Jake W. We got the prayer. We got the and we got for tier 2ers. We got the Cowboy Bebop. The Space Cowboy. Actual Jake Spike. So, this guy is mauling for fucking no reason.
If somebody says they didn't get a job...
He's so loud.
...because of racism, I'm sorry... I'm going to need some evidence to back up the claim, like who were the other applicants? What salary were they asking for?
That's not usually what the claim is with racism, although it does happen, and we have very strong statistics and evidence that suggest that does actually happen, specifically in regards to people having black or Asian-sounding names. All of these people were from, I believe, Harvard, trying to get jobs in the blacker sounding names, and the more Asian sounding names got hired at lower rates, depending on the jobs. Anyway, it's not usually complaints of people being like these little things. We're talking about systemic issues, police brutality being chief among them, that we have actual data for, that supports the narrative of anecdotes, the overwhelming amount of anecdotes from the black community and from onlookers on behalf of the black community that say, yeah, this shit was fucking racist. Or black or Asian sounding voices. True.
Oh, I didn't get an apartment because of racism. Okay, can I take a look at your credit history?
Can I take a look at your credit history? Jesus Christ. Of course, assuming there's no systemic way that, someone who comes from a black family would have any, systemic poverty issues. Okay.
See, this is the thing. Just because somebody says they had a racist thing happen to them, or they said I experienced racism, doesn't actually mean they experienced racism. Okay? I'm sorry. Your good word ain't enough. If you want to teach kids this lesson, fine. But you should also tell them to look for evidence of it actually having to do with the person's race and not 10,000 other reasons. Like I don't know what happened in this particular article. What, did somebody get thrown out of a restaurant? Okay, if the only reason they weren't served was because they were, let's say, black, you have a point for racism. But what if the party left out was the fact that he had bounced 4 checks at the restaurant?
Who writes checks?
And then wanted to pay with a check.
I need more Coors Light.
For me to believe that things like systemic racism exist, you need to provide evidence of the systemic racism, and you can't keep going back to Jim fucking Crow.
All right, so he doesn't think what he just said was racist, but of course he always assumes, his third example of black people just not having money. Let me check your credit report. Let me bounce your check. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? This big assumption that, by the way, first of all, it's criminal, and you deserve racism if you don't have money, by the way. That's a thing. Racism is excused if you don't have money. That's definitely a thing. And also the assumption that black people don't have money. Now, why would you think black people don't have money? While also screeching about, give me evidence of systemic racism. You can't have both. You can't agree that there is a poverty issue in the black population and also disagree with systemic racism.
That ended a long time ago. The sad truth of the matter is
Uh-oh. They haven't taken advantage of their lack of racism.
is that black people, and these are not my words, these are the words of a lot of black YouTubers.
Uh-oh.
There is nothing systemically holding them back. It's just they make horrible life choices.
Yeah. Okay, well, that is... This guy's argument is like his hairline. Thin. Bit of a yikes. Bit of a yikes. He solved racism. Make better choices. Okay, that's the end of that video. Is it? No, we still got a little bit left. I thought it was the end. I thought that was a big cliffhanger. Okay, we got a little bit more to go, chat. A little bit more. Gonna drink some more Coors, buddy? He already drank one. He drank one already in 10 minutes. He's gonna drink another one? Nice.
Sorry, but in this country, if you work hard and you stay on the right side of the law, do a few other things, you'll be all right. I mean, does this show not remember?
Jesus Christ.
4 years ago,
He's a fucking...
had this guy in office.
Oh my God! He literally thinks Barack Obama solved racism! What? He literally thinks that Barack Obama defeated racism! Whew! Amazing. When Obama first set foot in the White House, we destroyed racism and Fortnite dance on its grave. True.
Barack Hussein Obama?
Of course, Hussein. Of course.
I'm sorry, this isn't like a black guy named like Ed Smith. And this supposedly systemically racist country elected this motherfucker not once, but twice. So, where's the glass ceiling exactly?
He's the bad guys from Get Out! He's literally just the bad guys from Get Out! What the fuck? This guy is so stupid! Except, no, I have a white name, but I'm quite clearly not white, and I still get that shit into the stick. Like, why is this guy's angry, sentient mullet talking about? Oh my God. He's my paralysis demon. Oh my fuck.
Wow.
This is
And
the
also,
sunken. This is the sunken place.
You're never going to get rid of racism. It has existed in humanity.
He just said we defeated racism. He just said we defeated racism. And then he goes, but we're never going to get rid of it. What? Okay.
Be it right, be it wrong, since humanity existed, it's just the way it is. Hell,
Be it right. Okay.
the animals are racist.
The animals.
Dolphins kill porpoises. Just because.
So it's fine? I mean, dolphins kill porpoises. That should be our ethical bar. is dolphins. We are no better than the dolphins. Oh my fucking god. This guy definitely has a blowhole, though. Definitely. It's a hairy one.
And finally, you do know that, again, I want to reiterate this point because I hate this point. White people can experience racism too.
No, prejudice.
Okay? Okay.
No.
You really inspired me.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. McGrady.
I'm going to talk with my parents about this right now.
I'm going to bitch on Twitter.
You're bitching on YouTube and nobody watches. Nobody watches you. What are you talking about? What's the difference?
Hey, Mom!
Me too. Bye.
Whoa, that's it. I was just getting going. Remember, kids, talk, listen, and act.
I will happily talk about it. I will happily listen. But I'm also going to talk back. If somebody says something happened to him that was racist, I'm going to be like, okay, I need some evidence. I need to know the situation. I need to know. Because lo and behold, if you go flying off the handle half-cocked, you end up with the George Floyd thing where now even the first three officers look like they may go scot-free. The one in question, murder 2 might have been a stretch because Keith Ellison was an idiot, went off half-cocked, and charged murder 2, which now he has to prove intent. If he'd have just stuck with felony manslaughter, he'd probably have gotten it.
If we work together, we can make a difference.
Uh,
And those carrots, too.
Oh, God. Trump's right. Fuck it. Let's cut all government funding to PBS. Anyway, that wraps up this motherfucker.
wow. Wowzers. Okay. Okay. That is... If Ocean asked a question, do I think it has to be systemic? No, but it is like a like a socially constructed sort of like it's got to be en masse. Does that make sense? And then it has to be a minority, and it has to be a lot of people use privilege plus power. I'm not really sure that's super accurate all the time, because it had to be in the broader sense rather than on an individual basis. But yeah. That makes sense? So yes.